Hello, fellow aviators. Welcome to JPLAviation, where leadership and aviation take off. Today we have with us Tricia Vernola, who is the vice president of a charter brokerage in the aviation industry. Tricia and I had an amazing interview, and in this interview we went over her personal story and what she does in the industry. But you see, sometimes you got to learn a little bit more about the person that they are. So here we are today with Tricia, and we're going to learn a little bit more about her through a question and answer session. You ready, Tricia?
I'm ready.
All right. So first question is going to be, who would play you in a movie about your life?
This isn't the speed round, right?
No, this isn't the speed round.
Oh, okay. This will require some thought. I'm not a huge celebrity person, so who would play me in a movie? Who do I like? I mean, do they have to resemble me, or could it just be somebody who I feel?
This is your question.
I know, and it's so like me to ask more questions when somebody asks me a question. Who would play me in a movie about me? Let's see. How about
If you don't know, you can say pass. We'll move on to the next one.
Oh man, I'm so ill-equipped to answer a question like that quickly. I don't know. Who would you vote for? That might spark me. You vote for somebody, and then I might either agree with you, or I might come up with somebody on my own.
I think a blonde Anne Hathaway would actually do a good job.
You know what? I totally concur. Let's go with Anne Hathaway, everybody.
Anne Hathaway. Second question. So, if you were lost in the woods, how long would you survive?
I mean, I'm a fairly resourceful person. I don't know. I'm also a germaphobe. I can't see myself drinking like creek water or whatnot. So.
Okay, basic question. What side of the tree does moss grow on? Cardinal direction. So she's going to last about 3 days? No.
Is that a real question?
It's a real question. It's basic survival 101. You're in the woods, and what side of the tree does moss grow on?
What side of the tree?
Yes.
The south side?
The north side.
Really?
So moss, yes.
You shouldn't publish this interview.
If you're ever lost in the woods and you see moss on the side of a tree, know that most of it, right, will be congregated on the north side.
I really didn't. I actually was born and raised in South Orange County, and there's no woods here. So I feel like this is really valuable information for the day that I find a really beautiful forest to get lost in.
Flying over it and something bad happens, you got to be ready to go.
That too.
So speaking of getting lost in the woods, you know, you got to be physically fit. What currently do you do for a fitness routine? You seem like you're in great shape.
I actually haven't worked out since work got really busy for me back around end of October.
Oh, wow. So it's been a little bit.
It's been a little bit. So this isn't my most fit. But I was attending a bar class, and they focus on isometric movements and some light cardio. And it's kind of a, I don't know, it's kind of a hybrid between like Pilates, yoga, and
calisthenics type workout.
I mean, they're trying to confuse all your muscles and all that stuff, and it's just, you know,
shock the muscles. Right?
Yeah, you don't get as out of breath like doing that as you would just, you know, running like a hamster on a treadmill. So that's why I liked it.
Cool.
But
so what trend do you think we should bring back in 2020?
Trend.
A trend that you may have liked. Fidget spinners, like, I don't know, anything.
I did not like fidget spinners. Okay. I used to throw them away when my kids weren't looking. Pogs.
Pogs?
That is so before your time. I just realized that sort of makes it funny.
What are Pogs?
Pogs were actually, I was trying to be facetious. They were these little cardboard chips that had different decorations and designs on them. And you could like flip them around, but the biggest thing was people just loved to collect them. This happened circa 1994 when I was like 10 or 11 years old. Everybody around me was so into Pogs, I never understood the hype. And so that was a joke when I said bring Pogs back.
And I'm just like, no,
you're going to have to Google that.
I'm probably going to Google that right after this.
In all seriousness, let's see, a trend.
You know, you got like the boppets people had. You had big poofy hair. You had clothing styles. You had anything that you were like, man, gotta bring that back.
I mean, I've let's see, clothing style. I don't know, maybe something from like a late 60s, early 70s. That'd be kind of fun. I mean, I've seen a little bit of that, bell bottoms and
Just go thrift shopping and.
I'm like a big Jackie O sunglasses kind of girl. Like
Okay.
I love sunglasses that take up my entire face because then if I'm having like a bad makeup day,
You can
people
just-
don't really know who's underneath there. And
100%.
I don't know. I've always kind of marched the beat of my own drum, but I've never followed trends personally. Even if I weren't deathly allergic to avocado, I don't know if I'd eat avocado toast just because it's trendy.
There you go.
I feel like people that truly love avocado have been eating it on toast for decades. So.
Yeah, I've actually never had avocado on toast, so.
Really?
Yeah, it's not something that I just in my diet. I don't
Okay.
know. I know it's healthy, so.
I'm like I said, I'm so allergic to it, but I'm just looking at all these people on Instagram and they're putting these
They butter it. Yeah.
food porn photos of avocado toast, and I'm like, this is not like a new type of food, but for the millennials,
What are you doing?
they're trying to tell you differently. No, I'm not sure. I'm not a big trend person. I love harnessing my own individual likes and dislikes, and I encourage other people to do the same.
So, do you like music? Okay, so if you had to make a playlist and it was my name of the title of the playlist would be my name, what songs would be in it
You?
for me?
I have a feeling that you dig a little classic rock.
So just like it would like songs that like describe me. Like it would just like it would be
Songs that actual
yeah,
songs.
like if I made a playlist for you, I would be putting in like Selena Gomez, just like boppers,
Why? Because I have blonde hair.
No, I mean that may be part of it, but I'm just saying like in general you're kind of like an upbeat person, and that's kind of like your happy vibe, like that's what I would do for you. It's kind of an older song, but
Okay.
yeah.
For you, I have to think about this because, of course, I'm going to sit here and blank on actual song titles.
It's
but
okay. You can just say genres or like type of music.
Yeah.
Say specific songs.
I see
Artists.
you're upbeat too, and you are probably very easily motivated by music. I know that I personally feel more motivated when I've got good music going in the background. It's just a complete game changer. I will actually be more productive with good music on and happier.
There you go.
But for you, yeah, I feel like three things. A genre that would put you into deep contemplative thought. So maybe something slow, mellow, deep, connective. And then also I feel like I really do. I don't know why. I'm getting that like classic, like a rock and roll vibe from you. Something that's way before your time, but the kind of music that everybody kind of loves. The occasional Boston or Journey song, or
Toto.
Do you like Toto?
Yeah.
I love Toto.
They're good.
I've seen Toto live, and
My dad got me into Toto, so.
really,
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Hold the line.
I was I was there I saw that with your uncle actually.
Nice.
I know he's a big Toto fan as well.
Yep. Good music.
Yeah, so definitely that era, and then I think the third for you would be whatever you find motivational. I don't know if I can choose that for you, but the type of music that motivates you, that gets your wheels spinning, your juices flowing. I don't know what that is, but
Podcasts.
What?
Podcasts. I listen to podcasts.
Oh, but that's
Yeah.
not music.
Yeah, but I'm just saying like in general.
Okay,
Yeah.
but yes, no, I mean, I can relate to that. My husband's the same way. He's more of a podcast guy than a music guy.
Do you have a favorite podcast?
I do, but I can't actually disclose that because I don't think it's probably super appropriate.
Oh, okay. Oh, I have a feeling I know what it is.
We can talk off camera.
But the proper answer is JPLAviation, obviously.
JPLAviation is my first and foremost. And my husband and I do listen to Mark and Linda together.
There you go.
He used to do, Mark and Brian from 95.5 from back in the day.
Yes.
So he and his
Heard of
wife, they're super cute and funny together. That's a good one too, but then there's another one I can tell you about later. I'm more of a music person though in general, just because I don't get a lot of time to listen to music. So when I do, I feel like that's what I really connect with more. Is it's more mindless. Sometimes I have to work too hard to listen to a podcast, and I'm already like a huge
active listening. You're like,
well, I'm a huge information person. Like I love concrete information, so I love to read. I will take reading a book or a magazine article or a flying magazine any day over like TV, Netflix, movies. That's just not as much my thing. But I do pick those types of mediums probably before podcast. I don't know why.
Are you on TikTok?
I'm old. No, I'm not.
You never know. You got a bunch of teenagers you might have.
I know. Oh, they would hate me. I'd never live it down. But I might. Just to spite them, I might.
Okay. Do you have any pet peeves?
Yes.
Name your biggest pet peeve.
My biggest pet peeve, slow drivers. People that chew with their mouth open. People that talk over you. That was 3.
That's okay. They're all very important.
I talk over people, though. That's part of the problem. Is I actually...
Hypocrite.
I know. I do. It's because I get so excited to say something, and I'm afraid I'll forget it. So...
Boop, there it is.
I mean, in general, the older I get, I'm less tolerant of things.
Yeah.
I'm noticing, but I also do really love people, and I feel like I'm a pretty kind person, so I have a lot of grace there that way as well. But yeah, we all have a pet peeve. So people drive really slowly around here. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, but apparently since the coronavirus happened, the people have been going like 105, 115. They're just nailing people for tickets because the freeway. There's nobody on the freeway.
Yeah. So. See, I'm kind of a cautious person. Flow of traffic fine, 75 fine, 115 I don't want a ticket. Same with flying. Every time I plan a flight, I always planned extra altitude because altitude is your friend.
There you go.
You want more glide range, right?
Yep.
If you lose an engine.
More glide range.
Anyhow.
And last one, what is the most embarrassing / unluckiest thing that's ever happened to you? Something that you just were flush and you're like, oh my gosh, or just like you put the pattern together, just embarrassing or unlucky.
Oh, there's probably more than one. I'd have to think about that maybe. Like, what do I want to share on a podcast?
It's okay if you don't have anything.
I mean, I do, but it's just so silly. If there's one thing I hate a lot, it's gossip. I had a neighbor once who, we were friendly. We had kids the same age. She was just so passive aggressive, and I don't tend to handle that really well. It really drives me crazy, but I'm always nice to people no matter what. And one day it just got on my nerves so badly that I decided to vent to my husband in a text message about this passive aggressive person. But I accidentally sent the message to her because I was thinking about her. So when I went to type about it, I actually chose her name, and I sent this entire message complaining and using choice words and language about, that didn't go over really well. Life lesson. Don't gossip even to your own husband about somebody who drives you completely nuts, because if you are an idiot like me, you might accidentally send that message to the aforementioned person.
Yeah.
Does that work for embarrassing moment?
That works fantastically.
Okay.
Cool. So let's get on to the speed round. So the speed round rules is that we're going to have 15 questions.
Okay.
Well, they're going to be more like statements. And you have 2 minutes. So at the end of the 2 minutes, we're going to have 2 minutes to do the 15 questions, and hopefully we'll get through all 15.
Okay.
So you have to say the first thing that comes to mind. It's got to be speed. Don't think about it. Let it just go. I'm going to say a word or two, and you're going to go for it. All right?
All right.
You ready?
Set, go.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Favorite flavor of jelly bean?
Green apple.
Vacation spot?
Grand Cayman.
Hottest actor?
Oh, Bradley Cooper.
Favorite movie?
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Know when you die or how you die?
Say it again.
Know when you die or how you die?
How?
Okay. Something annoying?
People.
Something squishy?
Play-Doh.
Weirdest smelling object?
Copper.
How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant?
25.
Buy one, get one free.
Boba tea.
TV show?
Ozark.
Useful object?
Tweezers.
Toothbrush color?
Blue.
Biggest addiction?
Whiskey.
Scale of 1 to 10, how cool are you? Speed
Basic.
round.
Basic 5.5.
All right. Well, I think that'll be it for today. So thank you, Tricia, for coming on, and hopefully you guys are going to be able to learn a little bit more about her. Anything you want to say before you go?
That was really fun. I appreciated the laughs, and thanks for getting me out of the house. And
go check out the podcast on JPLAviation.com, right?
Please go check out the podcast. This guy is has so much heart and hard work and spirit, and I totally want to support you, and I want everybody else to support you. I think everything you're doing is really cool and awe-inspiring, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thanks, Tricia, for coming on the podcast. It was great. And you want to take it away?
Keep watching JPLAviation, where leadership and aviation take off.